Have you heard about Karen who did the keto diet and was able to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks? Oh my god, she lost 50 pounds? I definitely gotta hop on that and try it. Oh yeah, me too. I have so much weight to lose.
20 minutes later.
Oh my god, I tried it out and I couldn't do it. I just gave up after like 2 days. It's so hard. I need my pasta and my pumpkin spice lattes. Girl, you just gotta suck it up and push through. Beach bod! What is up guys, Austin here and welcome to another video, and today I just wanted to talk about carbs and are they making you fat. And with the rise on social media and Instagram, I've been just scrolling through my feed seeing tons and tons of posts about people doing the keto diet thinking it's the solution to their problems. And one of my biggest pet peeves about seeing these kind of posts on Instagram is that people post a lot of pictures of their food and all that, and I see it and it just looks like a bunch of like junk food. And I feel like keto is kind of a way, kind of an excuse for people to just eat a ton of junk and kind of like excuse it as a behavior. Which I definitely see the appeal because you get to eat all these greasy meats and greasy foods. But at the same time, it's not really well balanced or just healthy because you're eating a bunch of like meat with saturated fats, which by the way is actually one of the fats that the dietary guidelines actually recommends that you limit your intake of, because there's been actual research showing that if you eat too much saturated fat, it can actually impact your health negatively. But besides the point, people who are doing the keto diet losing weight, that is definitely something healthier and better to be striving towards rather than just staying fat, rather than staying at a higher body weight and higher body composition. Which, I mean, it's not a bad diet in itself. At the end of the day, it's all about calories in, calories out. But I feel like the majority of people who do the keto diet don't really understand this. It's because they get to eat these certain types of foods, they stay away from carbs, and they will lose fat, which is not the case. The case is that it always depends on a calories in versus calories out. If you're eating less calories than you are expending on a daily basis, you will lose weight. No questions asked, no argument against that, because if you do argue against it, you don't know what you're talking about. And first, I think that we need to address what is a carb. So carb, or short for carbohydrates, it's your body's primary source of energy. Carbohydrates are usually consisted of sugars, which are known as monosaccharides, and then these kind of combine into disaccharides or polysaccharides, which are multiple complex types of sugars. These includes foods like straight up sugar, fruits, potatoes, rice, pasta. These are just generally popular carb sources. And again, these do break down into glucose molecules, which are single like sugar molecules that your body uses, and it's the most basic form that your body processes it in. I have a pronunciation problem, excuse me. And then it will take that and convert it into energy, usually in the form of glycogen, which is stored in your muscles for a quick source of energy. And now that we know that, why do people have this belief that carbs are making them fat? To be honest, I couldn't tell you, but carbs are definitely not the reason that you are getting fat. It's you are eating way too many calories. And obviously, if you do the keto diet or a low carb diet and you feel great, then by all means I encourage that. You should find the diet that you can stick to. But for the general person who doesn't feel great skipping out on their carbs, don't try that diet out. Just because you think low carb works, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Everyone is different. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes and needs. So again, find the diet that works best for you. But again, through that whole spiel, your body actually prefers carbs as the energy source because carbs are easily converted to glycogen, which is your stored form of carbohydrate source in your body. So if you shift that more to fats and proteins, it will switch to a different system, and that is not as efficient. I mean, your body can do it. That's why you hear that talk about ketone bodies and all that, and there's gluconeogenesis, which from a survival perspective makes absolute sense. Obviously, you can get energy source from either proteins or fats or carbs as a survival mechanism, because if you couldn't, then you would die if you didn't have one macronutrient. And of course, our body wants to keep us alive, and we don't want to die, do we? So now taking that thought process and then shifting it back to a more logical thought process. If you were to eat only carbs, would you get fat? Let me just pose you that question, and you can think about it and answer, and I will give you guys a few seconds. So no, obviously, if you were eating only 1,000 calories worth of carbs, you just ate 1,000 calories worth of rice, or Oreos, or pasta, or potatoes, or what have you, you would obviously not get fat. You would lose weight until eternity, until you literally were to waste away or die just from eating 1,000 calories a day, which is ridiculously low. But the point is that carbs and sugars are not making you fat. They are not the reason. If you only had 1,000 calories worth of carbs, your body will use that up. It will find whatever energy source it can, because your body is primed to survive. It doesn't care if you're eating only carbs, only fats, only proteins. It will pull from whatever energy source it has, and it will use it, because again, its primary function is to keep you alive. And how can it do that if it only relies on the carbs, or only relies on fats or proteins? That doesn't make any freaking sense. But again, like I said, if you are doing the keto diet or doing the low carb diet and you feel absolutely great, you have tons of energy, you love what you're eating, you don't miss any of your carb sources at all, then by all means go for it. But if you crave carbs and if you hate the keto diet, but you are doing it just because your friend Karen said she did it and she was able to lose 50 pounds and trim a bunch of fat off, and you feel the need to do it just because you want those same results or similar results, then don't do it. You can have all the carbs you love, and as long as you are in a calorie deficit where you are eating less calories than you are expending on a daily basis, you will see results. You could diet off of 1,200 calories of donuts if you want to, but obviously that's not optimal. You're not going to feel full at all, and all that crap in there is just going to make you feel like poop because you're not getting the nutrients you need. But that's besides the point. The point is that it's all about calories. As long as you are in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. It's not about carbs, it's not about fats, it's not about proteins, it's about calories. And obviously there are ways to adjust your levels to make everything more optimal, less optimal. And this all depends on how you feel. Everyone is different. There's no one-size-fits-all diet. So find the one that works best for you. Hope this helps. Like this video if you guys enjoyed it and learned something new to apply to your everyday life. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.